Hey guys, it's Amber and I'm getting ready to work on day 27. So I've actually been struggling with this one for a day or two because I had a lot of photos that I wanted to feature and I didn't want to do too many like spreads. I didn't want to eliminate anything, so I was kind of trying to narrow down what I was doing, but I think I finally came up with a plan. So I have quite a few photos here. I don't even have any embellishments or anything except literally my number 27. I am doing another travel day. This time we were in the Bahamas in Nassau. So I have some pictures of their Christmas decorations and some time we spent on an island at a beach. So they're two like totally different sets of photos. What I also need to try to figure out is, move these to the side here. So these are some of the Christmas photos that I have. And I printed them at a 10x7 so that what I can do, or my plan, is to pick a pattern paper that they will sit on top of. I have a couple here that I grabbed, but I really don't know what I'm going to use until I have the photos actually trimmed out and I can see them. But point is, what I want to do is have a photo that's 10x7 that can flip up, and on the inside of that flip up is another photo, and on the base paper is this 4x6 and this 4x6. So that's all the decor photos. They were just so cute, like this whole manger scene, and there's like lights everywhere and their tree, and then this house is wrapped up like a bow and there's lights on the palm trees. Like it's just, it was really fun and it was neat being there at Christmas. So then my plan was originally to do that on the first page, but I kind of want my number to be front and center, and I didn't necessarily want it on this page. So once that page flips, let me move this out of the way, then I have this page planned. This is a photo paper printout of a digital file that is in the Circles Quarterly Scrapbook Kit from Allie Edwards. I have 3 photos here that I'm going to punch out with my 2.5-inch punch of some animals that we saw while we were there. So I've got my beach photo. I'm thinking about using this to spell out Blue Lagoon, considering that as a way to kind of tie in with another page that I did in the album that was a full page. I don't have room for Blue Lagoon Island. It's definitely too big. So maybe just Blue Lagoon, or I might find some letter stickers instead if I don't like this look. And then I've got a picture of a dolphin, a stingray, and a sea lion that I'm going to punch out, and those will go here. So if I don't do the stamping there, I've got a space for my number 27, a place where I could put a title for Blue Lagoon Island, and then a little place where I could put like a little journaling spot. So I'm thinking about printing it on the matte photo sticker paper and punching it into a circle. These are more like clean splotches. That's why I was gonna put the photos there and the embellishments in like the messier spaces, but I could end up flipping it if I wanted to. I had kind of geared it more so that the holes I just realized the holes are on the wrong side. I'll figure out something. So then I also have some photos of us on the actual beach, because it's, you know, about us and not necessarily animals. So I've got a couple photos here, plus a 3x4 that was on this page. And I was thinking about having a 6x8 insert as well. So I'm trying to cram a lot of photos into just, you know, like 2 to 3 spreads tops. I'm going to take a look at my day 28 photos before I make a final decision, but on the back of this I was going to put a sunset photo. When the sun was setting like over Nassau, it was really pretty. So like I said, it was, you know, a lot going on. And then I have a lot of photos from day 28 as well. Less from 29, less from 30, and then 31 is going to be when I do like our Christmas with the kids, so that's going to be photo heavy as well. I think I have plenty of room in my second album because I was originally going to split it at day 16, and I have plenty of room the other one, so it's split at day 21, and I think I have plenty of room to do 10 days with multiple spreads. So that's kind of what was my mind was thinking as I was organizing and kind of making decisions. I have not made a single embellishment decision other than basically assuming that it will be full of pretty stars, because I have my Christmas ones that are 2 red and green, but these are Studio Calico ones, which have this awesome gold, these bright blues and navy blues, and even like kind of a, that could get away with like a palm tree green. So those will probably be in the layout to help pull it in as a Christmas theme. And I want to go through like my star stash as well. I was kind of thinking about maybe pulling out one of these stars, the blue and white ones, to kind of help tie it in. I've got these, got these. This could actually be super awesome. So that could be really cool, layered on one of these. It's a little big, that one, but this is awesome, would look so cool. So if I decided to then do that, maybe this would free up my 27 to go on that first page and start the layouts. So yeah, these are probably the wrong colors. It's way too big. I haven't decided if I'm going to use these. The glitter on them is falling off. Everyone else used them all over their layouts and seemed to love them, but mine are like disintegrating and I haven't even used them. I also have these paper stars that I might look through and see if there's like a journaling spot I could add, or maybe since my intro photo is so busy, I could potentially use one of these to help like back up my number, or use it as a template to cut out a different photo. So like I said, lots going on, got some decisions to make, but kind of excited about it. And I even considered using this bad boy on here because I have the room mostly. It's like, you know, huge. And I thought that that might be another way to tie in this last one. I might take a look at my Christmas Day photos and see if I have something that this could go with better. I might double check my day 28s as well, because I definitely can't think of any other super large photos that I could use it with that would be better. So I just have some digging to do, some decisions to make, but I'm pretty excited about it and I can't wait to see how it comes out. So I'll be sharing with you once I get further along. Okay guys, so a lot happened off camera. I ended up changing my mind and changed one of the 3x4s into this full-size page photo, and I decided to move my Christmas page to the back of this layout. So you'll see how that's working. So I did a lot of decision making off camera. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted to treat this photo. I'm using some cork starbursts. I honestly can't remember what kit they're from. It's a more recent one. Could be like light or something like that. But I had 2 there and I chose to go with the one that obviously is on there. I'm going to put a star in the middle. I would have gone with the one that's on the left there, but I couldn't find anything that was a good product to put in the middle. So anyway, so what I'm doing is I have a 3-inch transparency circle from the travel story kit from 2021. And I wanted to back it on vellum because I wanted it to be see-through, but I needed it to be slightly less see-through. Just so I could put adhesive and things down, and I needed to blur it a little. So I cut out a 3-inch circle, put the number down, and then I'm going to pop that up with foam tape as well. So I'm just trimming this down to 8¼ inches tall because it's printed on 8.5 by 11 paper. And I want to get the holes punched because all the dimensional product is going to be going on the left-hand side there. So that "Ah Yeah" is from the Glow story kit. That wooden veneer heart says, I can't remember exactly, something, I can't remember. It's too small for me to see on my screen, and I have it tucked away in my album. But either way, I have that from the Glow kit. The wooden veneer heart is from Ellie's Studio, and then I'm going to end up putting a wooden veneer piece across the 27, which is something I've been doing a lot in this album, as you know, from Color Cast Designs, that says like "The Best Getaway" or something. So here I'm using my 1/8 inch tape to put adhesive on this vellum circle behind the letters and the gold around the outside so that it's hidden, so that it can be see-through, because the water was really beautiful. So I didn't want everything to be totally blocked, but like the building in the photo in the middle there, that didn't need to be seen. So that's partly why I made that decision to put vellum there. So the Color Cast Designs piece is already sticky back, so I just peeled that off and stuck that down. And then I'm going to use some stars from this Studio Calico set because they have some nice like turquoise and navy blues. So I'm going to sprinkle a couple around. I think I'm going to end up peeling off one of those. Or no, I'm going to add one more to the middle of the 27, which is another thing I've been doing a lot lately, especially with those words. It just needs something to ground it, I guess. So I'm looking for my gold puffy stars, and I'm going to sprinkle a few of these around, but not as many as I originally thought. I'm just going to do 3 kind of more centered around the middle circle, just to kind of focus your attention there. Because I want, some fun sprinkled around, but I had a hard time placing it based on where stuff was in the photo, so I'm kind of just, making decisions and trying to use bigger and smaller and different areas. So you can see there I kept trying to put more chipboard stars down, but it was really having a hard time. So just kind of taking you through my decision making and embellishing process there. But I'm pretty much just going to decide to scale back and leave it as is until you can get some other stars. Oh, I do end up adding some of the brighter blue ones for a little variety. And I like adding them onto the edges of the circles there to help break up the lines a little. Now I'm done. So now I'm going to move on to this layout. I was really looking forward to this one. So I'm using my 2.5 inch punch. I printed the photos at 2 3/4. And so just getting them trimmed out. And I'm going to change my mind quite a few times off camera, especially. I really was trying to do a lot with stars and then ended up going with a gold heart from the die cuts, the 2-inch die cut set. Because I needed something else that was gold, and I didn't really have anything else that was in the right dimension, and I didn't want to just, I couldn't find any other stars that worked well with what I was trying to go with here. So right now I'm grabbing some chipboard pieces that are from a travel kit. They're the perfect color, like blue, to match this. And I was kind of looking through some sentiments and travel theme things, and I thought maybe I'd add one of each of those chipboard things onto the photos, but I ended up going a slightly different route, which you'll see soon. I also thought that I was going to use those chipboard letters to spell out something like Nassau or Blue Lagoon or something, but I ended up not doing it and just only using the "This Story Has My Heart." I've printed my journaling into a 2.5 inch circle onto my sticker paper that I've been talking about this whole album. Really happy with how that came out. Once I removed the backing, right now I've just left it on so I could figure out where it was going to go. I ended up using a really tiny font. I think I was down to like number 7 to be able to get my whole story fit into one circle. So once I had figured out my journaling and how I discussed things, then that made me flip my design and put the animals in a different order so that it made sense based on the journaling. And then I was clearing, just kind of getting some stuff out of my way so I could make some decisions. So I'm going to start with my journaling block first here and peel that off. I'm just using my paper piercer tool to help me place it, which you'll see in a moment. I think I had some trouble getting the backing off, but I'm going to use my tool there to help me smooth it down. There's a little bit of like it kind of looks dirty on the top left edge a little, and I think it's just from being punched, but I'm not sure. But what I decided to do here is, if you remember my day 8 layout, I did the same treatment with my new ornaments layout, where I did a number, a chipboard star from the star mini kit, and a little mini tiny star brad. And I thought that this was a nice way to have a similar treatment, not have to overthink it and reinvent the wheel, and have a throwback so that I have like some consistent designs throughout the album. So just picking and choosing different color stars based on the photo or something to help it like pop, and then just picking a little spot to make like a little trilogy of embellishments just so it kind of looks balanced. Those brads are from Recollections, but I haven't been able to find them online to share them. So I'm just going to add that little sentiment strip there onto the photo with some rolling adhesive and trim the edge. And then just deciding where on the photo to add that 3 and little embellishment cluster. So I'm really happy with how these came out. I popped up all the photos and that heart with foam square or adhesive of some kind from Gina K, because it's got dimension but it's so low profile. I have all that stuff linked in my main Amazon account. So if you're interested, you can take a look at that. I have my photo papers, all my adhesives, all my punches, even my non-stick scissors that you see there, everything. So just a heads up on that. And then you'll see in the upper left hand corner that I ended up using 3 of those like aqua chipboard phrases on the heart. I had previously stuck some stickers down on that heart and it had a little bit of adhesive removal that I needed to kind of cover up, but it just has a distressed look and I was fine with that. So I think the ones I picked were like play, discover, and sun or something like that. I thought that was kind of a fun way to use them, and it brought back some of that blue into the layout as well. So I'm going to use this really awesome adhesive strips that I have that are 1/8 inch wide from scrapbook.com. I'll have those linked for you to pop up this word. Because I've done that with all of the other ones in the album and I really like how that looks. So now I'm working on the back of that layout and I apologize because I don't have any footage of creating this. It was a little bit later at night and I had to do a lot of like measuring and figuring things out. But basically what I did is I put my journaling card on the base layer, added my journaling with that matte sticker paper. So you'll see that in a minute. I then created 2 4x6 vertical flip outs with copy paper, glued those down, and then I used vellum here, which you'll see. So I cut the vellum to the same size as the photo plus an extra 1/4 inch so that I could use that as the piece that flips up, but it could still be something that you could kind of see. I didn't want to use acetate because you can't really stitch and bend that very well. And then so this kind of gives you an idea. And then I use that tree die cut from the 2x2 die cut set. And then I'm going to end up adding another set of photos on the inside there, but just kind of wanted to show you how I fit all these photos inside. Okay guys, I am so happy with how this came out. I ended up deciding to put the little insert in the beginning and kind of letting that be like a 2-page spread. I love how this page came out. I love the addition of the cork and the wood with the vellum, just lots of like natural colors to go with the water and the sky and the sand and everything. Love that that looks like a sun and incorporated so many little things in there. So really happy with that. And I love my 2-page spread. This ended up being simpler than I had originally anticipated. I thought maybe I'd do like some stamping, but I'm actually really happy with how simple it is. I am going to be getting, I traded some product with someone else for a pack with more mini stars because this is all I have left. And I'm going to be sprinkling a few mini stars around the layout once I get them with a few more little chipboard ones. So, and I don't know if you could tell, but I used 3 different colors. There's like a teal, more like a navy, and like a green, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I'll sprinkle a few more of those probably with this as well. So happy with that. And then finally, I really jammed a lot of photos into this layout, but I ended up adding, pull it out. I ended up adding this little heart at the end. It needed something very simple. I love the green to help pull in the tree and the palm trees and stuff. So I love that this is going to lift up. Added the little tree tab, which I love there. And then I ended up adding those extra photos, which you saw, showing the sunset. So I really got a lot in here, but it's only taking up 1 page. It's a little thick, like it's chunky, especially considering that it's on the other side with stuff popped up and this has popped up and this has popped up, but I didn't want to sacrifice any fun dimension or anything. I just hope it doesn't get too warped in the album. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. If one of these was over here, I think it would be better because it needed some sort of support on that corner like this one has. But the way that I wanted to put my numbers 1, 2, and 3 based on the way my journaling reads, I needed to flip the design. So overall, happy with how that came out. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for continuing to stick with me as I'm getting this album finished. I've been a little stuck trying to incorporate travel and Christmas and just letting myself take my time and not force it. And I've got, what, 28, 29, 30, 4 more days left. So thanks again.